my Tiff's back from Tiff's Crafty Corner, and I went to my mom's over the weekend and just wanted to take a kit, a Crafter's Companion kit, and the one that I got from Tuesday morning that I showed you guys in a previous video, which I will link to. And I just wanted to see, could I do this with just a basic kit? And that basic kit meaning, you know, your adhesive, maybe a couple of stamps, inks, and some, you know, a favorite embossing powder, and you know, Versamark, that kind of thing. And then just use the kit that I was going to use, and then just make as you know, as many cards that I wanted to. I'm not going to say as many as I could, because I truly believe I could get 24 or if not more out of this kit. And I just kind of wanted to show you guys what I had done. So what comes in the kit, I know we've talked about this before, but just so that for those who haven't seen it, what comes in the kit, and I've already used mine, so you're going to have to bear with me, but they have a ton of pretty designer paper. I mean, like, look at that. Like I mean, you know, you can't get better paper that this is so bright, it's so vibrant. And this is just a piece of one that I worked on. And then actually I was trying to see about making my own background with some of the, I brought my distress inks too, so maybe a little more than a basic kit. But I trying to make sure I'm in thing, but I was messing around on one of the back sides of those because it's white on the back. So if you don't quite like, you know, one of the pages, maybe it's, you know, maybe you're not into flowers, you know, as much, and you decided that you, instead of having this, but you didn't want to waste it, you could just make your own background on the back using your own inks and so on. Or just cut out the pieces that you want, or ink these up some more to make them more of what would be your style. So anyway, so you get the designer papers, you get a popsicle stick for each one of these, and then these are all of the I guess they call it the negative image. I'm probably getting that wrong, but these are the ones that I had used on the cards here, and I wanted to save these because I knew with some glue I could use the rest of the foil that wasn't used. So I kept those in one of the little cellophane bags because I'm going to use that for something else. You also get some cute little punch outs, little ephemera, I guess you call it, cutouts with some pretty, and they're all pretty. I mean, this kit is just pretty. You know, I just love the vibrant color. I'm into vibrant, so this was good. And then some blanks, so you could have your own, use your own stamps and do your own thing. So this was pretty cool. I love that. Then this right here, oh my goodness. It's only one sheet. I wish we had more. But this came out, and you'll see it on one of the cards that I made, how pretty and vibrant the color is. And it just really pretty on a white card, and actually even on the black card it's really pretty. And then you also have some white, shoot, this is going to get all messed up, so I'm just going to kind of put that to the side. You also have a pretty, sorry, that's my dog. More of this, because I cut it all out. But you also have, let me see if I can pull this apart so you can see it. She wants out the door, so let me show this to you. But look, that white kind of almost chantilly lace looking, but it's just, you know, it's really nice, and you can just use it. Now, I will sit there and say, you heard that little, like, you know, kind of like crackle that came off. Do not press too hard on these onto like the wax paper that it comes with, because it will come off, and I will show you my little mistake on one of my other ones. And then it also has some of the black ones. I'm not going to pull it out. Some black and white, and that are black outlines, I guess, but really nice, just really good. And then of course here's the silver, and then it had the gold as well. I'm not gonna, I went through that a little bit before. Well, let me just do that. And so you get 3 sheets of the silver, which I've already kind of used several of the pieces, and you get 3 sheets of the same designs in the gold. So that was really nice. So you could you know, make multiple different types of cards with just different things. So anyways, now here's the key to these. So, you know, I'm just kind of handling these. Well, I can because there is a backing on the back here. And so right before you get ready to put this on, I mean, if you cut this out, so if you were going to do the Enjoy, I'd cut that out. And then I would make sure on my card, wherever it's at, I'd make sure, okay, that's where I want it. If it's marking with a pencil, whatever, however you want to do that. Because once you lift this little backing up, so see how you just kind of, see how I can just flick it? So I just kind of, it took me a while to figure that out. But then this backing comes off. So if you can kind of see that. But once you lay this down without the backing, it's on there. So you better be all right with it because it's going to stick. And you will not, you will miss some of that. I made a couple of mistakes on that one. So anyways, so here's some of the card stock that I had kind of used already. And then all the card backs, you got black, white, and pink. Here's some more. Sorry, I was just playing away, but I've got all these extra scraps. I've used a lot of the ribbon, so you get 3 things of the ribbon, which is different sizes. This is what, a half an inch, and maybe an inch and a half, maybe. Some more cuts out. Here's the other squares. You get the 5x7s. You get the 4. What is this? Oh no, that's it. These are the 5x5 cards, and you get white, black, and pink, same color. You get, that's another card, 5x7 cards, white, black, and pink. There those are. So I haven't done, so I have a lot more to do. And then you get all the envelopes. And then there was another, I thought there was another size. Yes, there is. I must have put it away, or I must have used them. Oh, I don't think I did though, because there's several. That's, oh, it's the larger one. Maybe I put it in a different box. But anyway, so then you get, this is the 5x7. This one is the one I'm not showing you. That is the 6x4. So 4x6 card. Yeah. So you got the 4x6 card. All right. So let me just throw all this back in here. I'll fix it later because I'm going to be playing some more. And I just want to show you the cards I made. And then we'll come back on another video and show you how I made some of the cards. All right, so let me put this away and then I'll be right back and let my dog out. Okay, I'm back. So one more thing I wanted to tell you. So it's the Transfer Craft Kit. If you go to Hobby Lobby right now, it's $12.99. When I got it, when I was on the subscription, I was paying $25 to $30. I think it was $25 and then $5 shipping through HSN. And then I went out to the Craft Companion site, and I think they're selling them for $20. So $20 is still a really good deal. So if you can't find it at I'm not Hobby Lobby, sorry, Tuesday morning. If you can't find it at Tuesday morning, you know, for the $13, which is a steal, then you can, you know, still go to crafterscompanion.com and find these craft box there. I just went out there last night and I was still seeing them. So let's get to it. So one of the things I wanted to do is, because one of the things that I found is you can find videos of this. I was looking it through YouTube, and I couldn't come across the videos. When you open this up, it tells you to go to crafterscompanion.com/craft kits. Well, when you go there now, it's not easy to find. It shows you how to buy the box, but it doesn't show you where the tutorials are. So after messing around and looking, I was able to find them through Pinterest. So go to Pinterest. I've actually linked to them in my Pinterest, on my Pinterest board. So if you go to my Pinterest board, which is tipscraftycorner.com, sorry, not .com, but Tips Crafty Corner on Pinterest, you will see the links to the tutorials that are available for the Crafter's Companion that Sarah has out there. Now, remember, she shows you the techniques of how to do things. So not always will you see a card that is on here, the box, for you to try to do. And if you're like me, I kind of like to do the box. I kind of like to make the cards that I see first and then kind of go on my own, because it kind of just helps me get into the mood, and then from there go ahead and start, you know, putting my little, you know, swing on things. So what I decided to do is, go look for those videos. And I found the one, which was this one right here, pretty much, or this one of the two. And I decided to copy it. So I wanted to see how easy, and, you know, and then also just, you know, to have it for y'all, because I'll make one of these. It may not be the same colors, but it will be the same type of card. So anyway, so the first card that I decided to do was the thank you. So this card right here, and it's pretty much the exact replica of the one that's on the box. And this is the 5x5 card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Yeah, 5x5 card. And I took the gold foil rub-ons, and I peeled off. And so first thing you do is you take the 5x5 card, and in the corners you take the little dots of the foil dots, and you put them in there. Then the next thing you do is I cut the black cardstock from just the blank cards to formatting. I took that one and I cut it down to, I'm pretty sure this is, oh, I hate when it does this. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did 4x4, and then I did a 1/4 or 1/8 of an inch smaller than that on the pattern paper. So I used the kind of splotches, and that's not the one they used in that one, I'm pretty sure, but I liked that one better. So I just decided to use that as my kind of my backing. So, I matted those, and then I added on the gold foliage, onto the designer paper. So, and again, you're going to peel off that backing, and then you'd put that on here. Then the next thing I did is I took some of the black that was left over from the card that I had cut out, and I made a banner. So I think that's, it's 1 inch. So that's 1 inch, and then I did 1/8 of an inch in. So from the leftover pattern paper, the designer paper that I have. And then I had that one came with, oh, I didn't show you this. So these also come with, does this come with a stamp set? Let me see. Yes, it does. It comes with a stamp set, and I must have put that stamp set in another one. So give me just a moment. I'm going to look over here in my shaker card one. I didn't get to that one. See if I put that stamp set in there. Oh, no, I didn't. Oh, that's in my basic kit. Let me see here. All right, no, that's not it. Here it is. All right, so here's the stamp set that comes with the kit. So they have I love the scripts on here. So they had a thank you, and so instead of just stamping it in black, I decided to do embossing. I thought it just made it look a little nicer and made it look a little more professional. And if you can see it, I'm kind of trying to, but see how pretty that script is? I just love that script. I hope she does more of these. But I like to emboss this type of stuff. And it just kind of set it off. So in my basic kit, embossing powders and my gun, which I did get her gun. I just got it. And I love this thing. I mean, I have the other one. I have this one. So this is kind of going to be my travel one. This will stay here and for friends when they come over, or my daughter. But I didn't like this one because it was always, I'm always having to kind of do this, and didn't have multiple speeds on it, and I just thought, it always hurts my hand. But this one, because I could hold it, it's more ergonomical for me. So, and I like that. And then I like the fact that you've got a low and a high. And I really like the fact that it does this, because it fits so nice into my little bag. And I just wrap this up, and I just throw it into my little bag. So that was the first card. That one was super easy. I'll probably do a video on that to show you guys how to make that, but I just wanted to kind of show you. The second card that I did was this card. It was a twist on the moment, this particular card here. And so here's the thing. I guess it could have gone on this one right here if it would have been like on the 4x6. but I was trying to figure it out, and so I did it on the 5x7, and I kind of liked it like that. So I did the 5x7, and then I decided to add the ribbon instead of doing on a 4x6 and doing the ribbon across here. I decided to do it that way, and so I added this white rub-on, and then I added the colored, the butterflies, and then I loved this little brown rub-on right here, and that was all from those. So I just decided to mat it all on black. My mother didn't like this one as much, but I like it. So this one came out really well, but it ended up just being a twist on what she had already done, because I could have figured it out. It just didn't figure it out at the time. So, but now looking at it, I'm like, oh yeah, that was supposed to go on the 4x6. So if you wanted to do it like she has on the card here, you use the 4x6 card. And then it's just basic matting. Now I do pop-ups, and even like on this one, I popped it up a little. But on this one, if you see, I did before I popped it up is I laid it down. I rubbed on the rub-on. Then I lifted it up because it was and it was going to give a perfect, 90-degree angle there. And then I just added my pop-ups and then made it kind of stand out. So it looks like the foliage is kind of falling off, or at least I think it does. I think it turned out really cute too. So love that one. Then the next one I did was the white one. Oh my gosh, I love this. And the reason why I love it, it's the simplest card. It's also a twist of what she had done using and honestly, just using the white 5x7 card. That's all I used, and white ribbon. Now, so what I did differently, obviously, was kind of the same. She's got all the butterflies going up, but I used the butterflies on this one. So I didn't have the butterflies. And two things you need to know. There, if you look on here, you've got the purple flowers and the purple flowers, but when you get your kit, you only get one of the purple flowers, and then you get a green one. Well, I kind of like it better like this, because I can see I've got it adds some contrast, to it, and I just like it. But I only had a couple of free butterflies, so I just kind of took the butterflies here. I wanted this to be just a little note. I didn't want to do the thinking of you. But since I didn't have the butterflies kind of floating up like that, which I loved, I thought was just really pretty how she did that. But even with that, you're only getting one of these. You're not getting multiples of these butterflies. So they used a couple of transfer kits, to do that. So, but look how pretty this is. Look at that rose. I mean, that little bunch of roses there with some, I don't know what those are, but, and if you see, that rub-on is rubbed onto the white satin ribbon, and it's beautiful. It just comes out wonderfully. And she did that with the I don't know if you can see that, with the butterfly on hers, and I thought, oh, how cool. So I decided to do it on mine, and it came out wonderfully. Here's the other thing I want you to notice. So this another thing I want to make you aware of, this lace or border, if you will, it's obviously not enough to go all the way. And would you want it? No. But you do have to kind of, if you're going to try to do something like this, you're going to have to kind of figure out where you want it to go and how you want it to look, because we had to cut that. And then, and we just hid the straight edges, inside of the other rub-ons. So it's just kind of rubbing, layering, doing the rub-ons, doing the first layer of rub-ons, adding the second layer, the third layer, however you're going to do it. But they come out beautifully, even layering on top of each other. So, and layering on top of the thing. This is a great kit. I love this kit. Okay, so moving on. So the next one I did was the Hello. A very simple card as well. I did it different than what they had on here, but it's basically the same as the one that was listed. That's on the box. So they did it in black with a different background paper. I did it in pink with a different, with a different background paper. But I used the same gold rub-ons. So this one again. So this is the ribbon or the border rub-on. It doesn't go all the way across to the 6 inches. So you have to cut it so that it does hit this inch. So you just got to kind of figure out where you want it to lay. I kind of looked to see what they did, but it looks like theirs went all the way across, but it really doesn't. There's about a half an inch or a quarter of an inch that it doesn't reach across a 4x6. So you just got to cut it up. You can barely even tell it. You can only tell if you were really looking at it. And then I took some of the other foliage that they had on here and I put it. Now they put their hello over here in the corner, but because of the way I had arranged mine, I obviously wouldn't have looked good. So I just kind of moved it over here, and then I thought, it needs a little more. So I just added a bow. But this is just a 4x6 card, nothing major. Now, I did do a little extra. I added in another little border down here and another little foliage that I didn't think, or a little flower that I didn't think I would be using, just to kind of have a nice little thing on the inside. I didn't do that with any of the others. Okay, next one I did. This is a 5x7 card as well. Okay, so this one, I wanted to do the same that they had on the box here. Well, look how big this clock is. Not a 4x6, not a 5x7. You would have had to have cut this card down in order for this little clock to fit all the way on here. So I just improvised and I made my own. So I kind of followed the same kind of pattern and all that, and I used some of the same things, but I made my own. So I just took the same pattern. I took the medallion, the silver foil medallion, cut pieces to put here in the corner, and put the clock foil there. And then I took some of the flourishes that they had, one of the flourishes that they had, and I just put it in the corner just to kind of round it off. I don't know if you can kind of see that. I kind of do that. And then I took one of her cutouts and did the love you to the moon and back. Simple card, just fun, simple. It came out great. It looks pretty. I know anybody would love to, have that. I give it my daughter or something whenever she's done something nice. Okay, so the next one I did, no, actually that was the last one I did. So this next one, these are mine. This is one that I did on my own. I didn't copy it from anything. This was my own design. Not that it was hard or anything, but and just using what I had. Now, this is a 5x7 card. No, I'm sorry, a 5x5 card. And what I did with a 5x5 card, if you can see, I made it a gatefold. All right, very, very easy. So I took the 5x7, then I scored it on each end at 2.5. So each end is 2.5, and then folded it in. Okay, but if you look here, you'll see that there's the line. There's the line from the original card. So I added in this paper, which I'll probably do something else to mat so I can write. But I added that in there so that you wouldn't see that. It would hide that. So I just took this, folded it in, used this pretty kind of script paper with the splotches in the back. I don't know. That's a technical word, I guess. And I decided to add it. Now I kind of took a cue from the original one that I did the thank you, and I decided to add the silver instead of the gold because you only get one each of these. So I added the silver corners up here. Then what I did is I took, a black, a pink, and then a white. So the black and the pink. So the black is I think it's 4x4. The pink is a quarter inch in, so that would have been a 3/4 by 3/4. And this is would have been in 3.5 by 3.5. Okay, so these two got just glued down. I only glued down that one side of it, and then those two got glued. There's not popped up at all. So before I popped everything up, I took this and I took, this is the black and white rub-ons, and I rubbed on the bicycle first. Now, remember earlier, I was telling you that be careful whenever these are sticking to that wax paper on there, because if it gets stuck, it will rub off. And I haven't fixed this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some black pen and I'm going to fill that right in. And actually, I've got it right here. Hopefully I can do this. So anyways, that got stuck on the wax paper and I couldn't get it off. So I wanted you to see my mistake so that if it happened to you, you would be aware. See, I didn't do that very well. I'll have to figure that out later. I need a thinner pen. But anyways, so I'll do something. So I did the bicycle first, and then I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Then I saw one of the little frames and I thought, okay, let me just put that one over the bike, And then they had the thank you. So I said, oh, okay, let's just do that. Well, then it was still too plain. And I was like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? It's black and white, black and white. Okay, let's suit it up a little. So I just took some of the black Distress ink that I had. No, actually, I took the black StazOn that I had and one of my little daubers, and I just kind of rubbed it all on. So, and just kind of rubbed all down into the edges. And it turned out beautifully, I thought. And then these are not in the kit. I took these from the shaker kit. So these little pearls I decided to put on here to just add a little extra something. Then I think it blended all together, because before it wasn't like these pinks and these blacks weren't blending in with this and the silver. So once I did all that, I think it blended in better, you know, maybe not perfectly, but I think I liked it better once I did that. Now, the last one that I did, this is a 4x6 card. Pretty simple, pretty easy. I didn't really want to use any of the pattern paper that they had. I don't know why. I just didn't. I wanted to do something on my own. So I actually took one of the card blanks that they had for scrap and to use to, you know, mat things and so on. And I had this vintage pearl. Let me see if I can find it really quick. Here I use. See, but it's called Vintage Pearl Embossing Powder. And sorry, should have had this handy. Oh yeah, here it is. It's by Ranger, but it's embossing. It's Vintage Pearl, and I just thought, oh, I want to see what that's going to look like. You know, what will that look like? And I have this, but I haven't used it yet. Because I just got that part of the embossing kit, but I used my Versamark with that. So I decided to make my own background. So the first thing I did is I used the stamp. I had a pretty background stamp that I got off of scrapbook.com. This I love this one. I don't know why. I'm not a big flower girl. I really am not, but for some reason this kit, even with the flowers and all that, I just love. But I found this when I was at Tuesday Morning. So this is one of my finds at Tuesday Morning, and here's what it looks like, because it had it on nice. But it's this really pretty background, and I love it. And I thought this is a great background for a lot of different things. So I picked that one up for $2.49. You can't beat it. So it was Momenta clear stamps, and this one's called just stamp color flowers. So, you know, but this was at Tuesday Morning. So I, you know, inked this up. I inked up the stamp with the Versamark, and then I put it down, and then I put the embossing powder all over it. Then using my Crafter's Companion heat gun, I, you know, embossed this. And look how pretty that turned out. Like, it's just beautiful. Well, then it's still too white. It just wasn't what I wanted and stuff. So I decided to use my distressing inks to just kind of make this background. I could not tell you how I made this background. I used several different colors, a blue, a pink, a yellow. Sorry, that's my Texas accent coming out, my yellow. And, you know, so that's why you see some of the greens. And then there was an orangey color that was in there too. And I just kind of went to town because, you know, everybody, you know that whenever you start trying to make a background and blending with inks and things like that, it's just go until you like what you see. And so I just kept going until I liked what I see. So you got blues, you got pinks, you got roses, you got yellows. It made it into some greens and all that. So then I just simply took that and adhered it to the 4x6 card, which this is this particular background is pretty much a 1/4 inch in. I think a little more. I had to trim up a little bit. But that's basically what it is. And then I just took I took one of the black ribbons from the kit and then just made this really pretty bow, which I think my bow came out pretty nice. I was pretty happy with it. So that's what I did at my mom's house, you know, whenever we were just kind of hanging out. And I just made 6 cards in the matter, you know, no, 7 cards. 7 cards. 7 cards, hanging out, visiting with my mom over a 24-hour period. And I think it's pretty nice. And I could have kept going, but I had to go home. So I just packed all my stuff up and left. But you know, this particular kit is really good. I can't give it enough praise. So the next thing I'll do, guys, is I will probably make one of these cards or another card from it, and I'll do a video on it. But I did want to just show this to you and kind of show you what I found out when I was working with the kit, and how easy the kit is to use, how you don't need to have a ton of stuff. You know, all you got to do is take what you basically use, your adhesive, if you're a embossing kind of person like I am, have some embossing powder, some of the normal embossing powders that you like, maybe a couple extra stamps, your Versamark, your heat gun, pop-up dots, and the other thing I took, because I was going to do the shaker box. I'm gonna bring my little, this thing I love too. I just want to show this off a little bit. But this little Gemini mini, because if you're just wanting to go and go to a small spot, and you can't take a lot, but you want to, you know, be able to do some die cutting and that kind of thing. Most of the Crafter's Companions ones, except for those big ones, we can use them, this little Gemini mini. So it's awesome to have for a short little stint. You already know what you want. I need another one of these because look, I've already like totally warped that thing up. And then I love this little bag that it came with. I got it through the Ultimate Companion, which I need to start making cards out of that as well. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to share that with you. I hadn't made a video in a few days when we've been kind of housebound because of all this coronavirus stuff, and our kids are another week from school, and we just got notification that they're going to be out until minimum of April the 3rd from school. So they're doing e-learning and all that. So it's been a little hectic to be able to try to get online or try to get out here and do a video for y'all. I hope to do a couple more this week and then get them out there to you. Just so you know, I have also created a Instagram, a Twitter, I think my daughter's doing a TikTok for me. She's going to show me how to do that. And I got my Facebook out there, and I'll put all those links down so you can kind of see some of the cards, because I can do cards and then I can get them out real quick. But then and if there's ones that you really want to see how I did, just say, just let me know, and I'll do my best to make a video of it. So, or if there's something that you want to learn how to use, then, if I've got it, or if I can get it, then I will certainly give that a shot. So anyways, till next time, talk to you later. Bye.